Hey Altcoin Buzz Army, this is Adam with Altcoin Buzz. Today we're going to continue talking about passive income, and we're going to talk about my favorite form of passive income, which are masternodes. If you don't know what a masternode is, that's okay, we're going to go over it. I'm going to show you all the things that you're going to need. I'm going to show you how to do your own due diligence when deciding which masternode to invest in. I'm going to show you where you can find instructions to set this up, and more or less just a couple of examples of the things I've set up. Again, any ones I've shown you that I've set up, I want to show you just because I want you to see real world experience and real world results, not just what I read on paper. And I'm not saying those are the ones to invest in or the ones to start with. I will let you decide that for yourself. All right, so going over here, the user difficulty, moderate to difficult, and this really depends on how comfortable you are. You're going to be having to set up a server, and that server is either going to be on your computer or you can rent more or less a virtual server. Renting a virtual server is what I do, but we'll go over that. The cost, we'll go over this here in a bit, but the cost is going to vary based on the crypto, right? Just like with the market cap, it's going to depend how much the cryptocurrency is worth and how many they want you to hold. So like staking, we went over staking in my first video where you just have whatever amount you have and then you stake it. For masternodes, you need a specific amount and then you stake that. Now, not all of these are proof of stake cryptocurrencies. There are proof of work cryptocurrencies that also have masternodes, but more or less you are staking a certain amount in order to have the masternode. So the steps, pretty straightforward. You're going to download a cryptocurrency wallet. You're going to transfer that set amount into that wallet, and then you'll have to configure wallet settings, and you're going to have to configure server settings. Now, where to find or how to decide on these is set up right here. So this is masternodes.online. So think of this like CoinMarketCap, but just for masternode cryptocurrencies. I don't know that if they're all on here. This is an excellent site though. I'm pretty sure the vast majority of them are, especially the ones that have good return on investments. All right, but we're going to go through a couple variables here. So obviously this lists the coin. This is the the price for each individual. This is the 24-hour change, the volume, the trading volume that's going on, and the market cap, right? Just so all these are what you see on CoinMarketCap. These last four are maybe new to you. Return on investment. So this is the annual return on investment, more or less whatever percentage you have. This is how much you can earn in that cryptocurrency. Nodes. Now this is how many masternodes are online for the respective cryptocurrency. Number required. This is how much you would have to have in order to set up a masternode. So just looking at this first one, discount coin, you'd have to have 5,000, setting up at 76 cents per. So on this last one is masternode worth. It looks like month worth, but it's not. That's masternode worth. So this masternode specifically would cost you 3,800. All right. So don't be too overwhelmed by that. So how you need to decide this, you could look at a few things, right? If you're on a budget, for example, and you're just wanting to play around, you can just go this by masternode worth, right? And this first one right here is only $3, Lilycoin. I don't know anything about Lilycoin, but what I'm trying to emphasize here is that if you're trying to more or less do a learning curve, you can start out really cheap without breaking the bank and without risking much of anything, right? And you can, even the return on investment, 466%. It's pretty freaking solid. It's only $3. But if you're new and you don't want to, risk a bunch of money, or you don't want to put too much into it, if you just want to test the waters, it's a good way to go. Or you can look at this by return on investments, right? Going the other way. And some of these are this is crazy. So, a lot of these numbers can be deceiving, and this is where you're gonna have to do your due diligence, right? Because 1,000 required, $7,600 is the worth, but look at the trading volume. It's zero. Same with the next one, zero. So you're not even going to be able to get these. So some of these numbers may be a little screwy. And again, as the market changes, a lot of these can change too. So you're going to have to look around at that. But these things can be pretty crazy, right? If we go to masternode worth, and you start at the very top, Dash, this is pretty much led the way with masternodes. This thing is $328,000 is what this is worth now, because you have to have 1,000 of them, right? So those I got into those early, It's probably doing pretty well, I would say. I've seen this, the worth of this has been up as high as I've seen is over $700,000. That's of course the extreme example, but for a lot of these you can set these up and you're more or less just going to be getting, you know, the rewards each day. And you can come in here and you can, if you click on one, it's going to show you more specific results. So those that have a Dash Masternode right now, their daily income is $66, right? Their weekly income, monthly income, and then the yearly income. So just by holding this right now, you know, they're getting an income of $24,000 per year. And of course, that is not a set amount because the market changes, but in a down market, that's how much Dash Masternode holders are making right now. So you can imagine that they're probably going to be making more than that as the market goes up. And I'm just being optimistic that the market's going up soon. Who knows? But you can come in here and you're going to have to research and decide which ones you want to do, right? So the things you're going to need are a wallet. So I'm going to show you my social send again. And again, I'm just showing you that because that's the first one that I set up. So if you watch my first one on staking, right, I ended up switching staking over to Masternode. And you can see here, this is the wallet. So the first step you'd have to do is downloading this wallet and purchasing enough, right? And if you go over to transactions, you can see pretty consistently, I get paid twice a day at 5 send each time. So more or less I'm making 10 send a day, every day by having a Masternode with them. So, and you know, more or less just letting it sit. So again, I'm staking, get out of here. More or less I'm staking, but also with a server and just letting the passive income roll in, right? And you can see it's pretty consistent all around here. See this guy right here. So if you see in this gray one, yeah, oh yeah, it's an orphan block. So this is normal. As you can see right above it, it processed through. This normally happens. This one just went all Batman on me because, you know, because he's an orphan. Get it? Okay. Anyway, so rocking that out, right? So downloading a wallet. You will also need a server. Now you could set up a server in two ways. You can set it up locally on your computer, and you can do a virtual one, right? If you set it up locally on your computer, you're going to need a dedicated IP address. In order to get a dedicated IP address, you're going to have to contact your internet service provider. And that may cost you money to set one up. If this is really going over your head, it's probably not what you want to do. You also have to make sure that your computer is always online. And so you may not want that either. And I don't do that. I do virtual servers. And for virtual servers, Vultr is an example. It's the one I use. So for virtual, you would more or less, you'd come, this is just an example of how you'd set it up. You'd come to the server location and you'd want to choose the one closest to you. You don't necessarily have to, but that's usually good first practice. Server type, for all the ones I've seen, what were we going? For all the ones I've seen, we do Ubuntu, right? And whenever you see the instructions for setting up your Masternode, they're going to give you exactly what you need to do. So they're going to do, you know, most of mine, the two I have run on the 16.04, you would just select that, and then you pay a monthly fee for your server. And this may vary a bit depending on which one. I'm going to come over here, and this is masternodeguides.com. Right, and these are written instructions that they have. All the Masternodes are definitely not on here. There are some. So if we click on here and you scroll down, you know, this would be a good first place to start. You know, and here we go, prerequisites, Ubuntu VPS, you know, from Vultr, and right here, cheapest VPS is enough. So if we come over here, $2.50 per month is how much it'll cost you. If you go back here, which one were we at? We were in Omega. So we come in here and type Omega. There we are. So this Masternode is only $8. They have step-by-step instructions, right? And as you go down here, you know, they go through the wallet settings that you're going to need to adjust. Virtual private server. And now these are the commands that you'll have to enter in on your server, right? And all you're literally going to do is copy this and then paste it into the server. Then copy it and paste it. Then copy it and paste it. And it's very, very simple, right? You do not need, you know, to be super tech savvy. If you can copy and paste, you can set this up. And for this one, right, we're doing, what were we say, $8 in Omega, and then $2.50, right? Because I said the cheapest one. So for $10.50, you could have your own little project and set this up. And the nice thing about having a virtual server is even if you screw up, that you can easily just go in and say, you know, basically reinstall it, and you can start from scratch and start all over. So there's not, so even if you make a mistake or you don't feel like you did it right, you know, you can easily begin again. It's really convenient. Yeah. So this is nice. So Masternode guides, right? So if you want some step-by-step instructions and you're brand new, this might be a good place to start. That way you can be, you know that whichever one you invest in, you can already have good support. All right, for Social Send, again, I keep going back to Social Send. They helped me out again with staking, and then again with Masternode. So with this guy right here, Mac, all about Social Send. So what he's done, he has created a couple instruction videos how to set up a SendCoin Masternode. This is on your local computer, and then he did one with how to do a virtual one. And he just goes through his screen, kind of like what I'm doing, but then does each step by step, right? If we go to Masternode guides and scroll down here, Social Send also has the written step-by-step instructions in here. And if we go to Discord, they have a Masternode channel where you can come in and ask questions. All right, and that's what I like from the community. That's what I want to see, is that somebody has demonstrated on YouTube how to do it, so you can follow along. That's my favorite way. I just follow along, just copy what they're doing. They have written instructions if you like that, and they have somewhere you can ask questions. Right, and my server has been running for a while now, and yeah, so it's been going. Let's see when I start this, more or less March 23rd, and it's been good. It's been great. Haven't had any issues since I got it up and running. It took me a little bit to figure out what I was doing, but right now I'm just gaining. You know, even as I'm sitting here, things are just going up and up, right? And more or less that's it in a nutshell. You know, you just want to make sure you do your due diligence when you come to studying it, right? I also have a Desire Masternode. This one I just started getting paid in. Yeah, it took a little bit for this one for me to actually get this one set up. As you can see, when I actually transferred in compared to when I set it up, not a big deal. I don't get paid as often in this one. Again, why did I start with this one? It was relatively inexpensive. I wanted to keep practicing. I'm trying to use my passive income to set up more passive income. And if we go here, so this guy, Son of a Tech, I follow him, hilarious name, but he goes over all sorts of mining and masternodes and a lot of stuff. So if you really want to get into this might be a good guy to follow. But he went through and did a YouTube video with a step-by-step of how to set up a Desire Masternode. You know, it worked great. Even if I go over to like the coin market cap, you know, this was of course enticing, but I was just like, A, I wanted to try it. B, you know, you come over here and it's all-time high. It was like $5.47. I was like, holy crap. And it's only 15 cents right now. Will it get back to that? I don't know. But this could, you know, it's just potential. So I'm gathering up Send. I'm gathering up Desire. I'm still staking other Send. I'm mining Electronium. So all these things are just adding up and up and up. It's a lot of fun. So again, you know, just a refresher, download your wallet, transfer that specific amount into the wallet, configure your wallet settings, and then you're going to set up your server. It may seem overwhelming, but it is a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend you do it. And you don't have to break the bank to do it. You know, this might be a weekend project or something for you to set up. Because once you set up your first one, they're all pretty similar in the way that you have to set them up. So once you do one, you're going to get comfortable. You do your next one. You're going to see that a lot, you know, how you actually go about doing it. It's pretty straightforward. But that's it, guys. Thanks again for listening. If you haven't already, go over to AltCoin Buzz, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you're wanting to see more of our videos. I appreciate you listening. Take care.